No, you're good. This one is open this time. Brian, take care.
Brian.
You see my friend. Pleasure.
Taking a look?
Yeah.
The boss.
No, you can give them some. Thanks. All right.
Ready right here?
Yeah. We're good? All right, here we go. One more. Nice.
Yeah. That's what we get more in for the rest of the week. Right?
Yeah. We're on the downhill now.
Yep.
All the guys.
You bring your team, I'm happy to come. Yeah,
Absolutely. We'll do that. I want to bring over the Somebody's actually got to go ahead and figure out actually how to get it all done. It's closed.
Good. Thank you. Appreciate it again, yeah? Blessings.
Ambassador.
Now, for many of you, you might not know what a family office is. A family office is a vehicle created by those individuals that have an enormous amount of wealth that are looking to invest it. Now, traditionally, those family offices have looked at philanthropy as a way to make a difference, and their investment as a way to grow their wealth. But increasingly, family offices are committed to using their investment to change the world. And that's why we're so proud to have so many family offices here today who are committed to investing in the States. Now, let me please begin by thanking our host, Mr. Gaston Brown and Tia Morbuda, for making all of this possible. Thank you. I would also like to use this occasion to recognize the other heads of state that we have here. Please join me in welcoming Prime Minister Soleimani from the Kingdom of Tonga. Prime Minister, yeah, give it up for Soleimani. Prime Minister Teo from Tuvalu. Prime Minister Ismail from Timor-Leste. Prime Minister Wicks from the Republic of Palau. Prime Minister Mark Brown from the Cook Islands. Prime Minister Skerritt from Dominica. Prime Minister Mitchell from Grenada. And Prime Minister Pieces from Curacao. We, of course, are all also welcomed by the heads of delegations from a number of countries that represent CIS. I do want to give a particular shout out to Ambassador Waltera from the Solomon Islands, Ambassador Sito from Kiribati, Minister Bavita from Fiji, Ambassador Smith from the Bahamas, and of course the advisor Fitzgerald from the Bahamas and the delegation. I also want to recognize Ambassador Tony from the Kingdom of Tonga, Ambassador Sid, of course, from Tia Morbuda, we have Minister Edward from St. Lucia, Ambassador Lutero from the Independent State of Samoa, who of course is chair of AOSIS, Ambassador Kasama from Guinea-Bissau, and Ambassador Romano from Mauritius.
I'm sure I left a few out, but
Pretty good.
it is Grenada. Is Prime Minister Mitchell here? Oh, Prime Minister Philip from Grenada, of course.
Ambassador. Well, with that, look, we're here because everyone here is committed to achieving resilience and prosperity that would not have been possible without Prime Minister Gaston Brown. So please join me in welcoming him.
Thank you very much, and a special good evening to everyone. I acknowledge all of the heads, all the ministers, ambassadors, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me thank each of you for traveling here to Antigua and Barbuda to be part of this very important fourth CIS conference. A conference with a difference. A conference with a significant amount of promise for small island developing states globally. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of our partners, 70 publics. They're the ones who have helped us to put together this conference, which has been a resounding success so far. Thank you very much. I also want to take this opportunity to reassure all of my small island colleagues that this conference will not be a conference based on talk, but one that is based on actions. And I can assure you that we have put in place a number of institutional arrangements to be sure that this fourth CIS conference will be a conference with a difference. You know, CIS have been talking post for the last 30 years. And we recognize that time is of the essence. So we now have to accelerate our trajectory of development to make sure that we achieve the SDGs well before the end of the next decade. That means, therefore, that we must unite as cities. And for sure, I think that we can call ourselves the G39 going forward. And as we unite our efforts, we must also explore opportunities for greater collaboration among ourselves as cities. In fact, there will be a number of initiatives that we will pursue as a result of the Atlas agenda. You know, for example, that one of the initiatives that, or institutions that matter, that we will establish emanating from the states would have been the Center of Excellence to be established right here in Antigua and Barbuda. In fact, the launch of the Center of Excellence will be on Thursday. And I can assure you that already we have a significant amount of equipment in place, we have premises, and we've been giving strong support by colleagues and the family offices who have invested in a significant amount of technology. In fact, one of the initiatives is the establishment of a data hub. And it's a data hub, or really a data hub, with a difference, utilizing the most let's say, exciting and aggressive technologies, including geospatial technology. In addition, we will also have a center in which we will concentrate on attracting technologies SIDS, including AI and other ICT technologies, because obviously we want to make sure that going forward, that SIDS are cutting edge technology. Now, what is also important for us within the cities is to attract more investments, more funding. Now, we have been fighting for economic justice, for financial justice. We've been asking for the reform of the international financial architecture. And we have to continue to fight for reform, to get a seat at the table, so that the international financial institutions will be more responsive to our needs, so that there will be more funding available to us, funding for mitigation, for adaptation, and even for loss and damage, as we suffer from damages in the future arising from these violent events. So it's very important that we continue to advocate and to agitate for additional resources. However, we do recognize that focusing on financial assistance for the rural north, it is a limited pool of monies, and we have to broaden our horizons to include the private sector, because obviously all governments, including the Wellington North, they do have their financial challenges. So we are now discussing with a number of individuals, including publics and the former president of the Caribbean Development Bank, the establishment of a development bank. And this will be a bank with a difference, one in which will be utilizing our marine and terrestrial assets and to monetize them, and also to literally digitalize those assets so that we can also tokenize them and use them to raise finances to assist with cities development. This bank will be owned by all cities. So this is an area of cooperation as we become joint owners of this bank. And I certainly want to encourage all of my colleagues to support this initiative. We have very strong partners in the family offices. Many of them have expertise and financial resources, which will also invest in this bank. We have held preliminary discussions with them. They've given us commitments to invest in this bank. We will also be having an institutional forum in which, on a biannual basis, we will have a Davos-style conference in which we will invite investors to look at various areas of opportunities within the states to invest. to look at unexploited and unexploited opportunities, especially during our marine space. Because even though we are small island states, we are large marine states with a lot of oceanic resources. I'm pretty sure that with the necessary funding and research and development, that there are many opportunities to be exploited within our marine space. And as I spoke earlier about the development bank, we also want to make sure that that marine space in terms of mangroves and our seagrass that's a significant amount of carbon dioxide that be able to monetize, in the first instance, to create carbon credits and then to monetize those credits and to utilize the proceeds to development. And ultimately, we want to make sure that we achieve resilient prosperity for all states. But we also want to go beyond achieving the SDGs. We want to make sure that well before the end of the next decade, that we can also look at issues of diversification and also to create additional opportunities so that our people could enjoy living standards that are second to none. At the end of the day, all of us are global citizens, and we all are citizens of planet Earth, and we should all share equitably in the resources of the planet. However, we cannot depend exclusively on the government of assistance. And here is a accept that we have a moral and even a legal obligation to assist. In fact, the recent decision of Weatherills would confirm that these countries are polluting the marine environment, and we do have an obligation to, first of all, reduce the emissions and at the same time to assist affected countries to build capacity. So, whenever we ask for assistance from the global north, we are going hand in hand begging. We are literally, we have a moral high ground on which to stand, and now even a legal high ground on which to stand to ask him to certainly assist us to build capacity and adapting and mitigating against the effects of climate change. And I certainly want to thank a few of my colleagues here who have joined me in the establishment of the Commission on Small Island States and International Law. I certainly want to start with the Prime Minister of Tuvalu, the then Prime Minister, who will join me in establishing the Commission. And we have President Grace, who joined early in March. You know, they are really the courageous leaders of cities, because the many who were concerned about our questions. They recognize that we have an obligation to protect our planet, and when we approach them to join us, they join bravely. Today we're celebrating a very important victory in which we got a favorable legal opinion from Weatherills. So again, we have to be responsible stewards of the environment, and to continue to fight for cities, to make sure that we fight to protect our civilization. Just as how the global north, they preserve and try to, in essence, conserve the environment and to ensure that the livelihoods are protected. We have to make sure similarly that we protect our civilization. We don't want to end up as refugees in our people's country. And again, as I said before, we must continue to collaborate with each other, to help ourselves, to develop new institutions, to adopt new technologies. We have good partners in politics and family offices that help us to build capacity so that we can realize our true potential and to achieve resilient prosperity way beyond the end of the next decade. So again, I want to thank you very much, and I want to ask you to enjoy the rest of the evening. It's been a pleasure creating very with you again. And again, I feel so excited and gratified by the fact that you have traveled to the India and others. We are accommodating up to about 5,000 delegates, which in itself would make this conference a resounding success. Thank you.
I mentioned was talking about the establishment, the development, of resilient prosperity. I wanted to acknowledge Dr. Jean Leon. Please serve you all over again. Dr. Leon is spearheading this effort where it takes an obligation of life's work to really understanding how to reform a multi-island development bank that addresses the inherent inadequacies of global financial architecture. And you're an inspiration, sir. Thank you for joining us. With that, I wanted to bring our other co-host, Sergio Fernandez de Cordova is known by many of you. He is the executive chairman of the Public Foundation and has made it his life's work to providing infrastructure, the governance, the media, the financing, the support to achieve the SDGs, to help member states achieve their goals, and of course to help make cities forward as successful as possible. So, please join me.
Thank you, Matt. I'll be short. I just want to say that, as Public Foundation, vision was started on that there's not enough money to solve every problem, but there's enough data to measure, technology to build solutions, and media to tell everybody and engage everybody and do it over, rinse, repeat, and do it over again. We live in a finite world that needs solutions. The last 2 years, we've seen the world transform, but we've seen our items still be the same. So many of you have heard me say, people fly in, they fly their jets, they fly, they spend all their money, and they leave with no idea of the culture, the people. And then they feel bad and send $20 and there's a hurricane. Why can't we build the solutions of tomorrow today? And to us, when we learned about the 10-year framework, we knew about it was some more pathway, but that the planning was happening, we raised our hands and we said, we're all in. Because you need partners that are all in. And we want to be leaders in the way that we help other leaders come and follow. We bring family offices from all over the planet. We're a network of over 900. I've been around the world, probably to 99 countries, and I show up. Because that's what you need to do. Not just talk, show up, with a shovel, ready, let's get to work. And I think enough talking has been happening. We've heard it today, Secretary General, all the prime ministers. At the plenary yesterday at the opening, we need new solutions. The development community has been doing the same thing over and over again. I believe there's a word that defines that. It's called insanity, right? The world, technology is changing us every day. Well then, let's bring that to these countries. Let's bring, to us, the Center of Excellence is really the premier mechanism so that public and private, government, community-based organizations, young entrepreneurs, women and men have an opportunity to access capital, access innovation, and build something here, not leave to go to the US, UK, or somewhere else, and then maybe never come back, or come back only to vacation, right? And we have that ability. We saw with COVID, everybody went to the islands when it was COVID, right? Nobody wanted to stay in the US. Everyone went to the islands. Then when COVID, when the borders were opened up again, everyone came back. So to us, let's use that technology that's changing the world. The 10-year framework, we're really excited about the Center of Excellence. We're committed with the data hubs, the geospatial data, because we believe you need to measure, right? And then bring financial institutions, like we heard today, development bank to help support, to build that economic development on the ground. And obviously, I also want to make sure that Carrie Landon, has really been helping out on the event side, who's president of the Republic, and she is really the backbone of a lot of the work that's happening here. So Carrie, please, I want to recognize Carrie. And again, more importantly, we're just excited to be here. We wanted to have tonight to thank our friends, our partners, our families, our innovators, our leaders, just to have a small event and just enjoy conversations and really and get people really excited about the next 10 years. This isn't the end, this is the beginning. And for us, we're really committed to this, and we'll be here, and we're going to be traveling around all the islands and making sure that the agenda, the Atlas agenda, is really has the best innovation, the best technologies, and the best innovators. So Prime Minister Brown, thank you for your leadership, thank you for your partnership. Very important. Ambassador Bryson and Ambassador Blair, thank you both as well for your partnership and your leadership. And Ambassador Terry, who's the guy I brought this craziness of the geospatial 2 years ago. And he said, let's do it. The city needs data. So with that, please enjoy your drinks and let's eat.
I did want to close out with just one final statement. Prime Minister Brown, during the General Assembly in September, he said something that resonated, and It is my ardent hope that the shared spirit of responsibility will prevail, such that the dying embers of hope will be reignited from action. And I think what this is right here is that spark that will set the stage for resilient prosperity over the next decade for cities and beyond. So, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Cheers. Appreciate it.
All right, folks, we're gonna go. Let's go have some food. Right,